The following has been brought to you by RockSolidFanClub.ca.
Free gift if you come to the Influencer Boxing. Roll up, get your free gift here. Well, not really a free gift, but sort of. And this week's Boxing of Boxing, no, Business of Boxing. The Boxing of Boxing I've done twice, and I will be talking about some of that later. Oh, I will. Rambling on. Steve Swift's Rambling Reviews. That is what I do. I ramble. Now look at the tash. It needs some tash wax. But look at this. This is the laughing cavalier. A little bit. I've got the point going again. I went to the barber's this evening. Look at that. I've just had a pie. I mean, it was steak and Stilton. Steak and Stilton. Oh, I live it up. It's caviar, steak and Stilton, builder's tea. Excellent. Now, I'll tell you what. There is coming a caramelised biscuit tea. What a time to be alive. And what a time to be alive, some say, when, well, A, Steve Swift's Rambling Reviews is doing the Business of Boxing for Law, Live Audio Wrestling for the Tidster. And Uncle Brady. It's my favourite bit of the whole thing. It's all downhill from here. Well, when you get to my age, it's bound to be. Now, the thing is, fancied doing that. The thing is, I'm admiring my tash, you see. Very, very good precision. The thing is, in this round 7, this is the round I usually take off. Not take off as in go to a different city or anything. I don't take off and they can't catch me. I mean, I kind of calm down a bit and lay back a bit. But this week, no. There's lots of Business of Boxing. The first one is the example, and I've said it, and I feel prescient. I really do feel prescient. It might have been a bad clam. I can't work it out, but I do feel a little prescient. And I said for ages that this influencer boxing, YouTube boxing, all that kind of boxing is... I'll tell you what, look at my shirt. I'm not wearing the nicest shirt. I've come back from the gym yet again. Oh, yes. And it used to have headphones here because that's what I generally wear all the time. And, yeah, it's rubbed off. It's rubbed off. This gift I'm talking about with influencer boxing is being offered because I believe that influencer boxing, YouTube boxing, illegitimate boxing, whatever you want to call it, is starting to cool. And I think that it's been such an interesting way to make money for people. Let's face it, that's what the business of boxing partially is, folks. Well, quite a lot of it is. Moolah. I want some moolah. I want some moolah. Want some money. I want some money, yeah. The best things in life are free, but you can say them for the birds and bees. I want money. Now, that version's great. Flying Lotus. Have a listen. And yes, money needs to be made. And I think so many matches have been, and so many fights have been organised that it's become a little bit, not boring, but people have seen it. Well, I've seen a YouTuber fight someone else. What? And unless it's something big like Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Let's not go there tonight, okay. I will be going to Ryan Garcia's little place later. I will be doing that later on. Later on. But first of all, I think that it's coming to an end. I really do. More about Floyd Mayweather and the rules and the way they were, in my view, flouted, and the way that affects boxing, even if it's exhibition boxing. But this is a story about an ex-footballer. He retired this year It's Darren Simpson. Sorry, it's not Darren. It's Danny Simpson. And if you like football or soccer, you will, I'm sure, know, a few years ago, in 2015, the Premiership, which is usually won by either Manchester City, generally at the moment, Manchester United, it's been like that for quite some time, Liverpool on quite a few occasions, who else? Chelsea, generally they're the people who win it. And in 2015, 16, I think, it was won by Leicester City, plucky little Leicester City, under the tutelage of Claudio Ranieri, great manager, who, when he was up for the Chelsea job, everyone who was being interviewed was going in the same door, and the press were outside and they were asking each person what they thought their chances were. So they asked him what he thought the chances were of getting the Chelsea job, and he said, "If there are roses, they will bloom." And they did. He got the job. And he also took Leicester to their Premiership. Extraordinary. I mean, he was sacked a couple of years later, but that's modern football, folks. So what Mr. Simpson has said, and he'll be fighting a YouTuber soon, it's his debut. What he said is, and I'm looking at some notes here to make sure I get this right, is that if he loses, he will give, I presume, to his opponent, his Premiership medal. Right, it's not enough that you're getting in the ring and risking life and limb and doing this for the first time. No, there has to be some kicker. It's like tag team boxing, isn't it? So, something else, something a bit different. So you've got to sweeten the pot. It's not enough that you are fighting somebody we might not know, but we do know you, probably, particularly if this is in the Leicester area. People will come out for this if it's in the Leicester area. He wasn't a famous footballer, particularly. But he played for, he's got fans, but he has to sweeten the pot. That shows me, and it's sad really, I'm disappointed, but it shows me that YouTuber, influencer, illegitimate boxing is on the way, and it's on the way out if you have to sweeten the pot with that. It's like saying everyone gets a free teddy bear if they buy a ticket. If you buy a ticket, you get a free donkey ride, for instance, or something like that. Or you get to punch a picture of Eddie Hearn, that sort of thing, or actually punch Eddie Hearn, because Eddie Hearn's great at that roll up stuff, and he might agree to it. I'm sure he wouldn't, but I'm not denigrating Eddie Hearn. I think he's great for the business of boxing, like it. And if he didn't do it, someone else would. Now, talking of influencer exhibition boxing and the trouble it's in at the moment, because it is, I believe, you've got the ridiculous situation, and I've podcasted about this before, of the Gotti 3 fight, Gotti the third fight, and Floyd Mayweather. It was a terrible fight. It was 8 2-minute rounds. The referee didn't realise, I don't think, it was 2 minutes at the end of the first round. And I thought, oh dear. I think he was taken by surprise by the bell. And fight itself was booed by the people who were there. It was mainly Floyd Mayweather working well with himself, setting up the jab, working off the ropes, all of that. He's a great fighter, he is. But people weren't talking about that because there's not much to talk about. I mean, he won because Gotti really didn't offer much back. But really, the thing people are talking about, this is the business of boxing, folks, affecting the boxing of boxing, such as it is here, is that in the second round, the ref warned Mayweather for a punch behind the head, and it didn't look like a punch behind the head, and the commentary team said it didn't look like that either. But that's the thing about boxing. As I've said in the other podcast, you can touch down by slipping on some water, and that can be the difference between a decision and you can lose your unified titles, 4 or 5 of them. And that's the way it goes. But on this occasion, Mayweather wasn't happy with that and asked for the ref to be replaced. And they replaced the ref. What? So what are you going to do? Are we now going to say that you get a chance if you get 3 of these in your career? if you think you don't like the result, you get to have different judges. So they get to give you 3 new judges, and the cards might be the same, but who knows? They might be different. It's like a quiz show. Open the box. Replace the judges, please. Let's see what Judge 1. Bow. Oh, that's better. Judge 2. Higher or lower? Bow. It's really messing around with the basic rules of boxing. And you need rules or people won't turn out. And they're beginning not to turn out, aren't they? I believe, for these matches. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's stopping, because you've still got the Ryan Garcia. It's not really about him, this Ryan Garcia. I've said it though, makes me feel good. Ryan Garcia. His fight against Manny Pacquiao, maybe. I said, please don't, Manny, please don't. Because you didn't look good in your last fight, and I fear, I worry. And he's just won in the courts, the courts of law, with wigs and all that. I put it to you, Mr. Pacquiao, etc., etc. He's just won a case against Conor McGregor. Now, when they drew up a contract to fight, and Pacquiao did not fight and withdrew from that contract, it seems, apparently, so people say. People, that's what they're saying. People, those people over there who are saying that, I can hear them. Hello, you're talking about it. I'm going to report on it. Yes, sources. That's what it is, sources. I mean, barbecue, sweet chili, for me particularly, but it's all the sources. And, yes. And, he's gone to court again because the last case went against him and he had to pay $8 million, I think, to Conor McGregor. And the judge this time has said, no, you don't. No, you don't. I don't think he said it like that. He might have said like, no, you don't. That's the gavel, you see. No, you don't. Looks like he's having a bit of a personal fun time, doesn't it? It's not like that. I'm not saying the judge is doing that. I would never say that. It's the gavel. No, you don't. It still looks like it, doesn't it? Never mind. Maybe he was. I don't know. But anyway, he said, I'm sure he wasn't. He said that he doesn't need to pay him. Now, that means that there's not a liability for Pacquiao, because, and he doesn't have to fight, because I think his boxing might be a liability for him at the moment. So if you save that money, you maybe don't need to fight Ryan Garcia. Please don't fight Ryan Garcia. Please don't. I'll tell you what's good though, that there might be a possibility of Ben Whittaker, who I saw fighting recently, and I'll tell you something, he was silky and smooth and naughty with it. He knew he was good. He's quite arrogant. He can back it up. It's not arrogant if you can back it up, folks. That's what they say. It's what I always say. And then people punch me in the solar plexus, generally, and then around the head, quite a lot. And, or stand in the shadows and laugh at me. That sort of thing. And he might have a fight against Chris Eubank. Not senior, don't get too excited. Junior. This is proper boxing, folks. It's not exhibition boxing or boxing against some kind of, I don't know, someone who parks the cars outside. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. He's parked your car and there we are. That sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. They're going to fight. It looks like they're going to fight. That'll be great. He's the old stager, Chris Eubank Jr. Ben Whittaker said, I'm much younger. I'm big at the weight. And he might humble him. But it's a great test because Whittaker might not be ready. And Eubank might not be up for it. No, he will be up for it, but he might not at his seasoned career situation. So that very nicely. He might not have the skills now that he needs. But it'd be great. That'd be great. And those are the kind of fights we want. That's the kind of business of boxing I want. What I don't want is Mike Tyson producing a weed gummy. Now, the thing about Mike Tyson is that he has had to change the shape of them. They're now a boxing glove, fellas. A bit like this, and ladies. A bit like this, I suppose. It's not a gummy. Oh, I'm high. Oh, I'm so high. Everything seems so clear. etc., etc. Oh, I'm never going to come down. Look, Lucy's in the sky with diamonds. Yeah. Anyway, he's had to change the shape to a boxing glove because it was an ear. And in America, they banned that because it might be a sort of thing that kids would go, oh, not interested. It's a body part. I might eat it. Whoa! Might do that. I mean, I don't know what the FDA are saying. I'm not sure that's the advert. Whoa! I don't know. But it was an ear. And the reason why? Because of him biting Evander Holyfield's ear. Now, here's an example of the boxing of boxing again, folks, because I can find anything in these stories that's about the boxing of boxing. It's not just about him changing the shape. It's about Mike Tyson being best known for biting someone's ear. That's where we are in the boxing of boxing. He's not popular for getting, really, his career, getting people out of the ring quickly, early, being an incredible boxer, being a juggernaut, really. He's the real juggernaut. And it's about him biting the ear. That's what we're interested in now. I mean, probably best to draw a discreet veil over the end of his career, I'd say. But that's what he's famous for. And it's sad. That's the business of boxing, folks. And just to finish off with Ryan Garcia, who is saying he won't let it go. It's weird and it's a little bit sad. He's saying on his Twitter feed that, hello, it's me, Ryan Garcia. We know I'm on your Twitter feed. Twitter fear. I have a Twitter fear for him because of all the things he says. He's still talking about the Devin Haney fight. He's now talking about, I heard somebody in the crowd scream when I hit him. Well, they might have done. They might have just looked at the price of their ticket. They might have had, again, like me, they might have had a bad clam. They might have, I don't know, they might have seen the tax bill or realised that no belts were on the line. Could be that. But he's still talking about it. It's been expunged. People know that he was higher on the weight than he should be, and had ostarine in his system now. So it's not as if you can really say, and I was great that night, because people will always say, yeah, but you it's like saying, I was brilliant that night. Yeah, but you were wearing a suit of armour and driving a tank. So that's probably why you won. Yeah, well, I was great though, wasn't I? And I won. Yeah, just tank. Yeah, but I won. Suit of armour. He keeps doing it. Move on, mate. Move on. It's going to be expunged. And Haney hasn't covered himself in glory here, but I have his point. He got knocked down. I mean, not just once. He got knocked down, and he wants that expunged, and it will be expunged. And Ryan Garcia has a career. Does he? I mean, that's the headline. I'm not sure where it is. And that may be why he's still pushing that boxing of boxing, but doing it through the business of boxing. Confusing, isn't it? Anyway, there might be, on eBay, a premiership medal soon. You never know. Ta-ta.
SportCars.com, the best in Canada. NHL, NBA, NFL, MLB, Pokemon, UFC, WWE. TotalSportCards.com, the hobby's best friends. That's TotalSportCards.com.
RockSolidFanClub.ca gives you full access to Canada's leader in professional wrestling, featuring legends like Mick Foley, modern megastars such as Cody Deaner, and future sensations like Tyler Turva. RockSolidFanClub.ca offers exclusive series, podcasts, live streams, specials, and full events, all for less than $9 a month. Sign up today at RockSolidFanClub.ca, where real fans get it.